Hey, what's up, guys? And yeah, Anil again from Amplified Trading, and this is a video for strategy. All right, I think this is from the ebook, and yeah, I'm hoping you guys will have fun with this one. I did post something similar to it in the Telegram channel. I think it's the matrix signal, right? Um, I used the newer version. Can't quite remember the name of that system, but there's a newer version of the matrix signal, and yeah, I mean, it was compared to matrix signal, it was brilliant and easier, much easier to actually use. So that's why I picked that one. Now, as I said, yeah, I mean, I used it for some time, and then for both long term, and short term. You can use it on your 4 hour, you can use it on your 30-minute charts. Now, for me, those are the ones that I typically used it on. And the only reason why I stopped using it so much is that it actually conflicted with the strategy that I was using, or that I was developing at the time, which was not so much momentum based. It was more reversal based. Like, I could use it to confirm a position, but I didn't I didn't feel comfortable for whatever reason to enter a position here rather than look to enter the trade here, right? Because I prefer just using pending orders basically, as opposed to me having to sit down each and every single day, wait for the setup to come through, and then get it. But I think it did have an email option, and it did have a ring option. So it actually just threw in an alert. So if you're near your PC, it would let you know when there was a signal coming through, sort of like here to buy and then there to sell. Okay. Now, as I said, 4 hour and 30 minutes. So you basically buy when the candle closes and the arrow points up, and you basically sell when the arrow points down. All right. I think we can close the session for today. Just kidding. But that is the main part of things. So that these are the Heikinashi candles, right? A couple of indicators at the bottom. Okay, they're all in the matrix signals, I believe. Okay, boom, boom. Okay, there's your buy. There's your sell cross above the moving average, and that got you a signal. Okay, so in this instance, you would only take this one. Okay, the reason being is that there was this gray area over here. There was this gray area over here, which is the only trading zone because it's the only trading time. So when the time passes, you're not looking for any particular trading opportunities after that. Okay, so this was, I believe, out of the trading time. Can't quite remember. Maybe it was in the trading time. Can't quite remember, but because the trading zone actually shifts from day to day. So if this was Tuesday, then disappears as soon as Wednesday starts, and then yeah, boom, you get it on Wednesday as soon as um, opening time. I think it's London starts as well. So yeah, that's just one of those things. Um, yeah, you have your indicators here, all sort of like bunched into one. It's the T3. I think the TVI, CCI, and then CHL. Yeah, and then I think there's a 5 moving average for your confirmation of the entries. And I do believe that this was the MACD, right? So can't quite remember how the wording for it, because it was adjusted a bit. I think the time was adjusted a bit, but all of that is fine. You can just use the basic settings on the matrix, for example. Okay, so you can scroll down now. So that was entry wise, right? So if everything here lines up, right, this is just basically for the momentum, right? So if the momentum is towards the downside, because when the candles come through, and they're moving down, right? So you can change that as well if you want. And the candles are moving down, you have a bit of momentum, right? So some of the indicators won't really confirm the downward movement. If you can see here, boom. Okay, won't really confirm, right? So there you start seeing some white candles, right? After a series of red candles. And your MACD, I think, also started to turn down and below that midway. I think that's the 50 line there. But still, we didn't really get all the indicators agreeing, right? Probably the T3 gave us a signal first, and the TVI, and then the T3, but CCI and CHL probably took a bit of a while to give us that heads up. Now, if then the cross already happened, so if the cross has already happened and the signals or the indicators have already sort of like confirmed already, let's say quite a while back, then you probably won't get the signal. Okay, so you probably won't get the signal. So if you look here on the second one here, okay, we have signal right at the edge of the dotted line, boom, right, and we have all three indicators giving us a heads up in terms of market shift or market momentum towards the downside, because this is basically a market momentum trading signal. And if we can see the trading signal starting to move towards the downside, we sort of like jump onto the trend. Probably a stop loss above the swing high, and depending on what time frame you're using, you might grab a 50 to, I don't know, 250 pip take profit. So that's essentially how this worked, right? Time zone, make sure the correct time zone, not trading throughout the day, especially during the Asian session. I mean, for me, that was a big no-no in any case. So I didn't really even bother myself with that, because trading during the Asian session is sort of like a waste of time. Okay, so I think I've already mentioned this. Now, sell in line with the downtrend, right? M30 candle closes, gives you a down arrow, then you sell with the stop loss at the previous swing high, maybe just a tad above it, and the take profit at near support or where there's a buy signal showing. Okay, then you basically buy. So the buy signal will be to buy in line with uptrend, right? 30-minute candle closes. You get your arrow there. Stop loss will be below previous swing low, or let's say nearest resistance level, or let's say if you had a sell signal. So you can also use, so if you have a buy, okay, if you have a buy, let's say you have a buy here, or rather you have a sell here. Okay, as soon as you get a buy signal against your trend, you can also look to take profits there. So looking at this, right, to ensure you basically get the best out of the trading system, you should ensure that you get the 4-hour time frame trend, So if you have a 4-hour or at most a daily trend, right? So if the trend is up, clearly we can see that this trend is up. Now we're looking at buy, right? We're looking at buying opportunities. Then you can drop down to your lower time frames in order to get the signal, because you're not going to get a lot of signals on the higher time frames, trust me, unless you're looking to position or swing trade. Okay, so that is the one filter you can use, because you're probably going to get a lot of trading signals if you mix it up and go to the 30 minutes, to the 10, to the 1 hour, without looking at all these at one of the higher time frames to get a sense of whether the trend is going. So yeah, I think that's about it. And what I am certain about is most traders that I know personally, on a personal level, and some I don't even know personally, always have advocated having one trading plan, so like a check down list as well. Let's say a forecast type of list, and more especially a trading journal, where you just document what happens during the trading day. I mean, there's nothing specific that you can and cannot talk about there, but out of the four documents, I'd say the very first one that you need to get is your trading journal. Document your mistakes, look at where you've improved, look at where you still need to improve, congratulate yourself if you have improved. And yeah, just set yourself some improvement targets rather than some profit targets. I know it's very difficult for a lot of people to sort of like accept, but if you set yourself an improvement target, that's something you can control. Right? If you set yourself a profit target, I mean, profit targets are out of your control. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session. And if you did, make sure to basically subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that notification because some of the videos I don't post in the Telegram channel, so you can only find them on the YouTube channel. So whenever I release a new one, you can definitely um, get that from the channel, right to the YouTube channel. So hope you guys enjoy. Cheers.